Oh. They call it a supermarket because it's like a big market.
What? Yeah.
So, I'm a little bit worried that I might be a little bit stupid. On paper, this doesn't appear to be true. At school, I was a straight-A student until the burnout hit. And I've done many other things that must have required some level of smarts to do well. So, what do I mean when I say that I'm worried that my brain is a little empty? Let's start with how there seems to be an awful lot of things that I do not know. And I know that nobody knows everything, but it's more that I seem to be missing a lot of crucial knowledge for someone who's at my big old age. You can't really tell this from my social media presence or my videos until you catch me live streaming and unfiltered. It's 500 grams of uncooked meat. There are some mistakes I've made while live that particularly stand out. For example, confusing an Ouroboros, an ancient symbol of a snake eating its own tail, with Marlboros, cigarettes. Yeah.
Do you mean like Marlboros? Like cigarettes? What do you mean?
Drawing a rocket, a friend drawing this logo on it, and thinking,
Oh, it's a NASA logo.
when actually,
What makes me a defector?
The logo is of the USSR space program.
and confusing the word defector, someone who leaves a group to join an opposing one, with the word defecator, someone who poops.
Actually, if I just had a stream of like poop projecting me through space, that would be kind of funny.
No, that's defecator.
And then, a year later, making this exact mistake again.
We've got any like sort of like defecators, you know, or is anyone like
Any real shitters in chat?
Wait, no, defectors.
No way!
These are relatively mild and could be seen as silly mistakes. The real problem is how I also do this kind of confusion with things such as significant historical events. The amount of times that I have never heard of something that literally everybody else seems to know is embarrassing. And I don't really know how to remedy that, because how am I meant to know what I need to know if I don't know it? I don't know. But do you know what I do know? All of your personal information. Yoink. Just kidding, I don't know that. But there is a fair risk that your data could fall into the wrong hands, which is why this video's sponsor, Incogni, is so great. Data brokers find your information from data breaches or buy it from other companies, which can cause annoyances like spam, but also puts you at higher risk of various security threats like doxing, stalking, and identity theft. I'm someone who spends a lot of time online with a lot of people watching them. Avoiding randos at my door is kind of important to me. Incogni helps to take your personal data off the market by reaching out to data brokers on your behalf and continuously doing all the hard work for you. They do this automatically, but you can also use Incogni's new custom removal feature to point to any people's search sites or any other website where your personal information is visible, and one of their privacy agents will take care of the rest for you. Go to incogni.com/owiebrainhurts and use code owiebrainhurts for 60% off. Click the link below to claim your 60% off and get your personal data off the market. Okay, let's get back to the video. A comment left from the defecator stream was that I was high wisdom, low intelligence, like D&D stats. I have these apparent gaps in my knowledge, but at the same time, I'm pretty good at things like maths, problem solving, and common sense. Or am I? I think I'm good at problem solving. Like, I'm the friend who will tell you if you're not feeling good, whether you need to go to the pharmacist or go to a doctor. Hospital. Grave. I can also do things like figure out a tasty recipe with limited ingredients. In short, I think I'm a very resourceful and practical person. It's just interesting to watch my brain fail me at the worst moments. The same person who can clean you up if you bang your head is the same person who completely forgot how to function when some bacon they were cooking set on fire that one time. Okay, hold on. I'm taking a moment to reflect. I'm LARPing as a mirror, I'm reflecting. And I think that maybe I am confident enough in myself to know that I'm not actually stupid. Like, I know that I might not be very well read, and maybe sometimes I crumble under pressure, but I'm clever in other areas. And so, instead, I've come to the conclusion that maybe I'm more concerned about looking stupid than being stupid. But there's a big problem with this fear. In my experience, worrying about looking stupid can tend to make you overthink your actions, which can make you feel awkward, which just reinforces your fear of looking stupid. When I was a young teenager, I was at a fast food chain and in line to order a burger, a plain hamburger, which I had ordered so many times in the past, but I couldn't see it on the menu. So in a panic, when it was my turn to order, I asked for a cheeseburger without the cheese.
So, a hamburger.
Yeah. The thought process made sense, I guess. I probably just looked a little silly. We need to separate the idea of being silly from the idea of being stupid. I also want to ask the question, what defines being stupid anyway? Well, Google says this, but it's not like intelligence is a linear thing. Apparently there are 9 types of intelligence, which begs the question, if you aren't musically smart, are you musically stupid? But the point here is really that intelligence is multifaceted and not just what you see off the bat. Someone who didn't have the chance to have a good academic education while growing up might be really emotionally intelligent, and someone who got really good grades might have the common sense of an average spoon. Everyone's situations in life are different and mean they grow and learn in different ways that may be out of their control. But here are some things that everybody can try to control. A. Basic kindness and respect for others, regardless of what you think their intelligence is like. This includes treating people younger than you and less experienced than you with dignity. B. Try your best and don't do things like rely on AI. There are studies that show that over-reliance on AI for things like essay writing in school may have an impact on your critical thinking skills, which are so very necessary for not falling for misinformation or propaganda, making decisions, and keeping yourself mentally and physically well. And C. Talk to a wide variety of people. You'll encounter topics you've never been exposed to and get a wide range of angles and takes. I've learned so much from my friends, from things like finance to what life is like for minority groups that I am not in myself. It helps me to stay well-rounded, educated, and compassionate. Start digging in my what, twin? Basically, I'm prescribing you a yap. If you happen to enjoy listening to me yap, please do subscribe and like this video. You can also find me at twitch.tv/owiebrainhurts and on my second channel, which I will upload on eventually, I swear. Thank you so much for these people on OwieCord who submitted pictures and audio for me to use in the burger shop, and I'll see you guys soon for the next video. Bye!